This is the Egofit Walker Pro. It lets me stay moving while I work without taking over my room or my attention. I treat this as an under-desk walking treadmill, made for people like me who spend long stretches at a computer and want steady movement without changing the whole work routine. I sit, I stand, and now I walk at a gentle pace while writing, editing, and answering messages. It fits best into a desk setup where I want to add steps, keep my energy up, and avoid stiff hips and a sore back. But I do not have a spare room for a giant treadmill. The design is all about being compact and getting out of the way. The deck sits low, so it slides easily under my standing desk, and it folds so I can lean it against a wall when I need floor space. The walking surface is narrower than a traditional treadmill, which I feel right away. I need a little awareness of where my feet land, especially during the first day or two. The frame feels solid, with enough weight to stay put, yet there are small transport wheels that make it easy to roll it aside. The finish looks clean and simple, so it does not scream gym equipment in a work area. The liquid crystal display sits at the front and shows time, speed, distance, and a calorie estimate. It is bright enough to read at a glance without pulling me out of my flow. Setup took me almost no time. I cut open the box, lifted it out, unfolded it, plugged it in, and I was walking within minutes. There was no assembly and no puzzle of parts, which made a difference because I did it between meetings. The controls are straightforward. Start, stop, speed up, speed down. The motor eases in gently when I press start, and it ramps down smoothly when I hit stop, so there is no jolt. I can nudge the speed a little at a time until it matches the pace I can type at comfortably. I like that I can make small adjustments, and the belt responds quickly without a lag. In use, the belt feels consistent, and the surface has just enough cushioning that my feet are not slapping a hard board. The noise level is a soft hum. I have taken video calls while walking, and the microphone on my laptop did not pick up anything distracting. If I push the speed up toward a brisk walk, I can feel the deck length more. I have an average stride, and it is fine for steady walking while I work, but I would not try a long stride or a jog on this. It is clearly tuned for desk walking rather than training runs. After a few sessions, the belt settled in and stayed centered. I did one tiny adjustment after the first week, a small quarter turn with the included tool, and it has been straight since. My real testing looked like my real workday. Morning writing sessions at a gentle pace while I outline and draft. It keeps my brain awake without making me bounce. Midday editing where I slow it down while I cut video and listen closely. Late afternoon inbox cleanup where I bump the pace a little to wake up from that post-lunch lull. On days when I want to focus deeply, I step off and let it rest. Then I hop back on for calls or admin tasks. Over a full day, I add a few thousand steps that would have been spent sitting. That change shows up in how my back feels at night and how alert I stay in the late afternoon. One specific use case has become a habit. I set a timer for 20 to 30 minutes and walk while I handle phone calls and low-intensity planning. The steady, quiet pace actually makes those calls smoother, and I do not get that cramped shoulder feeling from sitting too long. I have also used it during long uploads and exports. I roll it forward, unlock the desk to a comfortable height, walk until the progress bar finishes, then fold it and slide it back beside a shelf. That back and forth takes seconds and does not break my workflow. There are a few things I notice that matter day to day. The narrow width means I need to stay centered. It took me 2 or 3 sessions to stop glancing down at my feet. Now it is second nature, but it might feel tight if I prefer a wide stance. The top speed is clearly aimed at walking. That is fine for my desk routine, though it will not satisfy anyone who wants to push into a fast power walk. The length is on the shorter side. If I stretch my stride, I have to think about foot placement. I am average height and it works well for me. A taller person with a long gait might find it restrictive. On the upside, the compact length is exactly why it fits under a desk and stores easily behind a door. I appreciate a few smart touches that are easy to overlook. The start and stop behavior prevents sudden belt jumps, which makes me feel safer while I type. The liquid crystal display shows just the essentials, and it stays out of my way visually. I like seeing time and distance tick up because it gives me a subtle nudge to keep going, but it does not flash or distract me. The deck is low enough that I can keep my desk at a comfortable height for my arms while I walk. That matters because if the desk were too high, my shoulders would creep up and I would feel it later. The overall noise level lets me work at night without bothering anyone in the next room. Storage and moving are simple. I grab the end, tilt it onto the wheels and roll it. The balance point feels right, so I am not wrestling with it. Folding it is quick. I have tucked it under a side table and also stood it behind a bookshelf. No weird grease marks on the floor and no scraping. I use it on a hard floor and it stays stable. I tried it on a short rug and it was fine there too, though it feels most planted on a firm surface. Over several weeks, my routine changed in small, useful ways. I stand more, walk more, and sit less. On days when I am editing audio or need total stillness for a precise task, I pause walking. On days when I am brainstorming or answering mail, I walk for long chunks without thinking about it. That flexibility is the real strength here. It is not about hitting a workout goal. It is about reclaiming time that would be completely sedentary and turning it into gentle movement. As with any compact treadmill, there are trade-offs. I trade a wide, roomy deck for a footprint that fits my office. I trade high-speed capability for quiet operation and better focus while I work. For me, that is the right balance. I value the no assembly setup, the easy storage, and the way it fades into the background while I get things done. I accept that I will not do fast intervals or long strides on it. I also accept that I needed a short adjustment period to stop glancing at my feet. This is the under-desk treadmill I would recommend to someone who works at a standing desk and wants steady, low-impact movement during real tasks. It suits a person like me who values compact design, quick setup, and quiet operation over raw speed and a wide platform. If I am taller with a long gait, or if I want a treadmill for intense workouts, I would look at something larger. If my priority is staying active while I answer messages, write, and take calls, this checks the right boxes and keeps my workspace clean. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and drop a comment with any questions or your own experience. Thank you for watching.